Hey folks, this is Vagrant and welcome to our next playthrough. Today we are going to play Alan Wake. We're doing this because the sequel is out very soon, or maybe already out. I don't know when you folks are going to see this, but either way the sequel is on the way and I really want to play the sequel, but I haven't played the original in a really long time. I have played this game before, I should get that out of the way, but I played this game when it first came out and that was 2010, over 30, it was May 2010, so over 13 years ago this game came out, and that is when I last played it. I have not played it since then. I'm playing the original version on Steam. I was going to play the remastered version, but I kept getting weird visual bugs. And I'm not totally convinced that the remastered version is an improvement. It really is just a visual change, you know, texture upgrades and stuff like that. And I feel like the game, I've seen some comparison videos, and I feel like the game maybe loses a little bit of atmosphere and personality on the remastered one, so we're just going to play a new game, Alan Wake, on Steam. Here we go. And we'll play on normal difficulty.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
So pretentious. I love it.
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone.
Episode 1, Nightmare.
I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
It looks alright, I would say, for...
Hello, my name is Mikael Kasurinen and I'm the lead game designer of Alan Wake.
Huh?
This is a video game commentary that spans throughout the whole game. Commentators will appear like this on the screen every time there's something that we like to talk about. But be aware that this commentary is full of spoilers. If you haven't played the...
Can I turn it off? I actually really like the idea of seeing that, but obviously it's not appropriate for this first time in 13 years and for you folks at home who maybe haven't seen the game before. I may have to come back and do that. It looks good for 13 years, doesn't it? It's not bad. For those who don't know anything about this game, it's kind of an action horror-ish game, creepy mystery kind of thing. It's kind of like Twin Peaks and Stephen King novels kind of combined. It's very similar to Twin Peaks.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
It's really about the story and the atmosphere and stuff like that. This was, I mean, I haven't replayed it in a long time, so I don't know how it's going to hold up. But this was one of my favourite games of all time. I adore this game, or at least that's how I remember it. So I'm excited and a little nervous to go through it again. But just things like this image right there. Welcome to Night Springs and these little sides. This like Oregon horror kind of vibe. For those of you who've been watching my Elderwood playthrough on Planet Zoo on the main channel, I know it's been a little while since we uploaded it, but Alan Wake inspired a lot of that Elderwood build, to say the least. Like the radio station is directly pulled from Alan Wake. Dear God, he's alive! Oh God. Oh, hello.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama?
Good job, Alan. Sort of. I'm just going to edit the audio a little bit more. You know what games... Look at this. Look at what I've done. And compare the volume and the cinematic to the speech. It's wild how much I have to do this. Absolutely wild.
You missed your deadline!
Oh, God.
Damn.
Exactly, Alan. Exactly. LB and to dodge. Oh, get absolutely duped. Got a nice cinematic moment there. Whoa! Right, good stuff.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
I will say this game it always makes me want to write. Like already, I'm thinking, well, I could maybe, load up Dabble and get the old book going.
To die by the hands of your own creation.
Hey, not great. Spooky tornado, spooky tornado. Light, come back. I do remember some feelings I had last time I played the game, including I hate his jacket. It doesn't move, and it's just so stupid looking. Alan, I'm sorry. I love you, but not your jacket. Run, Alan, run! Can't sprint anymore, I'm so tired. Run, Alan! On my way, buddy.
Hurry!
Sounds like a freaking dinosaur chasing me down. Oh.
Mr. Wink, it's me. Play Stewart, remember? Quickly, get inside. There's no time to lose.
I want you to remember the balance I had on the audio and compare how how that sounded.
Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Just gonna. Like, why are these not identical? That confuses me so. I'm just gonna. Those cinematics are so loud, man, compared to the game. Oh my god, hello. It's a strong message, but oh, it's everywhere. A little repetitive.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Okay. Oh, I love that I can jump. Oh, that's weird. How do I get out? Tom, help me out, Tom.
Follow the light.
Well, I'm blind. I had a good run, eyes. Been together a long time, but
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
go into the safe haven. Okay, there we go. Feeling fine.
Well done.
Thank you.
I have something important to tell you. It
God?
goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
No.
Follow my light.
It's good that I don't understand. I do not remember anything about the story in this game. I remember like the basic gameplay mechanics. And that Alan's a writer, but 13 years is a long time, folks.
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
God?
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Tough old crew, aren't you?
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
Thank you, God. See you later.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Boosting light with LT blinds enemies and burns the darkness away faster. It also costs me batteries. So look, you can do it like this. You can see it burning down on that circle. If I hold left trigger, bam. Oh, beautiful. But obviously batteries are a limited resource, so. I think the game's going to tell me to hold down LT. Get out of here. And that is the basic gameplay of the game. It's good, right? I think it's good. It's good. It's a novel idea, for sure, to use the flashlight. It really puts... Oh, hello. What have we got here? We've got flare gun. Let's use... to switch... Ah, nice. Wait, how do I... Okay. Cool. Well, I am out of batteries already, so...
You're dead. Just like me.
Flare gun, save me. Oh, beautiful stuff. I keep moving on the D-pad to select the new weapon, and then I jump. It looks like I'm jumping in celebration, like, hooray, I've got a revolver. It's meant to be, I'm just trying to do it to get the weapon out, but you have to swap it and then give it a little bit of time. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, off the edge. Beautiful.
You're dead.
Oh, I don't, ah! 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 Light, protect me.
I can keep this up.
Oh, never mind. Sure, it's going to work against the tornado. Run, Alan. Run, Alan. Run, Alan. What was that? Oh, it's a car. It's a freaking car. Alan gets tired very easily. I could sprint for longer than this, Alan, and I am incredibly unhealthy. Oh! Nearly there, buddy. Nearly there. I'm not sure my torch is going to do much of that. It's like Twister meets Twin Peaks meets Stephen King. My beloved... I mean, that's a trifecta of some of the best things in the world to me, so... Very into it. Spooky.
Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
You may recognize this scene from Elderwood as well. That is the bridge that I modelled Elderwood's bridge off. Welcome to Bright Falls. This is what I want the town to look like on the docks as well, at Elderwood. It's funny, the cutscenes look a lot worse than the actual game, because the cutscenes are obviously pre-rendered. Probably in 720p, given it was 13 years ago, whereas I'm playing this in 2560. It's great that the game renders in 2560, but it also makes
Let's act like we're on vacation.
everything a lot sharper.
Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
I love towns like this, man. I wouldn't mind living in a place like this eventually. Who is this old man? You want me to go stand next to? Do we know the old man, or are we just standing next to him for the hell of it? Hello, old man.
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest?
Fest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Thanks, Pat. You're a good egg. I'm sure you understand is like a cripplingly strong sentence. There's no comeback to I'm sure you understand, because it just makes you seem so unreasonable if you say that you don't. It's
Very
like...
nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Boyfriend. Oh.
Yeah?
Hey, bestseller, how's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
DFS.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Oh, I got a DFS.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Oh, do I have to? I love stuff like this. I can't help it. I mean, I just want to live here. And get killed. Because every little town like this inevitably has a deep, dark secret.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord. A Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave.
That's twice now Alan has said, I love you too, to someone who hasn't said I love you.
I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Okay. Look at me. What a handsome
Try
devil.
the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us. Right. So much for a quiet vacation.
I look very dramatic though, don't I?
Are you staying long, Mr. Wake? I can't believe it. I'm having a conversation with Alan Wake.
I would suggest a slightly one-sided conversation, but that's
you
all
on
right.
your own, or is your wife with you? I can show you the town if you want. I get off work at 6.
Thanks, Rose. We'll be sure to keep that in mind.
The we there. A little bit of emphasis on the we.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ah!
It does that. Get stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack.
Like the Fonz. Hey.
Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Just gonna turn the music up a little bit. It's always a bit of a balance, this. Figuring out. You put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. You put the lime in the coconut. Coconut and drink it all up.
Don't
Said
go in
doctor.
there. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stucky, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
This is one of those bathrooms where you think you're definitely gonna die in here. Stucky, buddy.
Hello? Mr. Stucky?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
It's much less creepy outside of the cutscenes. They really emphasize the
Lake is a
darkness.
special place. Very inspiring. You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed. And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Doctor. I said, doctor.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah. Splendid, splendid. It's been a long time, Tom. Good to see you.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
It's got a really interesting camera, this. Most games like this, with like an over-the-shoulder camera, the character is on the left-hand side. And as you can see, Alan is on the right-hand side. And it gives it this impression of like loads of empty space.
I'll be heading back to work as soon as Dr. Hartman gets...
Bye, Mr. Wake.
See you later, love. It's probably to throw the player off.
Mission accomplished.
To make them a little disconcerted.
And the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Stucky.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while and see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your...
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
I think you'll be alright. It's right there, buddy. I don't know how you can look at this house and not think you're gonna get murdered.
It's nothing like in the brochure. It said near the lake, not on it. Don't get me wrong. This is so much better. It's wonderful. Our own private island.
Bird leg cabin. I mean, I think it looks really good for a 13-year-old game. Good old Xbox 360. Maybe my favorite console of all time, actually, the 360. Had a lot of my favorite games on it, anyway. Fallout 3, Mass Effects. They were all the 360. Alan Wake. A lot of good stuff.
Here we go. Let's take a look inside.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Sure thing. I'm on it.
A rocking horse is definitely going to eat my face. And there's a singing fish! Hello, singing... Oh, does it sing? I wanted to sing at some point. I want a singing fish one day. Ooh.
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Hello? Anyone here?
The Temple of Shadow and Mist, the labyrinth of me, in her dreams to prevail, kept from sleep. Lots of darkness and sleepiness. Don't mind if I do. I'm trying to find some batteries. I have an interesting, not an interesting story, but a little tidbit about the batteries. Alright, let's go upstairs. I mean, if we're looking for a Jenny, then it's going to be outside, surely.
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned.
Jesus.
Damn.
Diver. An old school diver. I cannot imagine how.
Power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
I'm exploring, Alan.
Like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
You know those old diving suits? Can you imagine how terrifying it must have been to go underwater in one of those things? I don't know how many people died as a result, but I've got to imagine there's a lot of deaths associated with that technology. You know, where you had the pipe attached and everything like that. Kind of like that, oh, hey.
The Deer Fest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist, no less. Let's see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer.
Well, Rose,
I just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret's out. This is Pat Maine on KBF-FM. Now some music.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
One of my favorite songs is from this game. So this is obviously by Remedy, the same people who made Control, which we've also played on the channel. And they work with a Swedish band called Poets of the Fall, who do a lot of the music in Control, who do the music in Alan Wake. I think they're back for Alan Wake 2 as well.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
G and R. Gallon and Rose.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Look at these old school QuickTime event kind of things. You just don't see stuff like this anymore. It was such a big fad in the Xbox 360 days. That'd be like.
Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start setting
Thanks, babe.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
Always do.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work.
Mwah.
I thought we could be happy here.
When L is displayed on a screen, you can focus a few on interesting
Alice had
events.
told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public.
If that's the case, Alan, why are the lights on? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'm into this again. Right, Alice, honey bunch, sugar pie, honey bunch. I don't want to lose you. Sing, curse you fish.
Honey?
Sing. Alice. Alice.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Well, her clothes are off. It's a promising surprise. Oh, hello.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
That is an immensely disappointing sequence of events. Seriously, Alan, what are you wearing? Come on, buddy. You've got a hoodie on as your base layer, and then a shirt over the hoodie, and then a jacket over the shirt. What is this? It's nonsense, Alan. It's nonsense. Oh, it's a typewriter.
Surprise!
Alice, what is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn, Alice, everyone
Hey, hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice! God damn it!
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
You're an angry man, Alan.
Alice?
Alice? Alice!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
I'm on my way.
Alice, I'm
Ah,
coming.
birds.
It's all right, I'm coming.
Demon birds.
What the hell?
Jesus. I'm so tired, Alice. Alan.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going. Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Once more into the darkness.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
That's right. Fuck you, Dr. Harmon. Typical writer ego. She got him like a lovely typewriter. I know he didn't love the idea. He's struggling. He's got a bit of writer's block and he's struggling to write. So she figures, come to this amazing. He's a horror writer, right? Comes here, and how could you not be inspired? There's this lovely keyboard you can get. That's a repurposed actual
The gas
typewriter.
station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
So they take like a real beautiful old typewriter and they turn it into a keyboard that you can use on your PC. Just if you just want to be like a proper. Oh. Still have payments to make. But if you wanted to feel like a classic Stephen King author, that's the kind of thing you could do. And I love the idea of getting a cabin and a typewriter, a tumbler of whiskey. I don't even like whiskey, but I will have a tumbler of whiskey in that situation. And that kind of old romanticism of the writer tapping away late at night with a drink and story in their hearts. It's a nice dream. It is. Not one I do very often.
Hello? Someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night. Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
It's a bit hokey, isn't it, as writing goes? What's that little symbol there?
The taking stood before me. It was
Just getting rid of the question marks, if I'm totally honest.
sat in the garage.
Oh, find this page in nightmare difficulty. Interesting. Okie dokie, into the woods we go, Key. I suppose, Key. Need to explore. I need to find manuscript pages. I need to find batteries. How am I going to make my battery reference if I don't find any bloody batteries, Alan? I think I 100%ed this back in the day. I remember using a guide. Oh no, I remember missing out on like one manuscript page and I would have had to replay the entire game and I was really annoyed. God, it takes me back. I used to be such a little achievement hunter.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Maybe don't trust the shadowy man who disappears into nothingness, Alan. I'm just throwing it out there as a suggestion. Personally, I would not trust the shadowed man in the forest. But I'm a softie, what can I say?
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Here we go. A little bit of physics there. Alright. This is a totally normal thing to do. Easy does it, Ali. Easy does it. Let's just hop off. Maybe not. Oh. I mean, that's ominous as balls, isn't it?
Please, I've been in an accident.
I don't know. I would be 99% sure I was about to die in this situation.
Hey! Hey, you! Phil! There's been an accident. I need help.
Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. And square.
Is that a flashlight? Oh! Barrel! I think I just saw some coffee. I don't know what the coffee's for. But I will grab it. Right, this is, I think this, oh god, someone's dead. Carl, what have you done? Again, I think this is when you leave and not run towards the axe murderer. But, you know, I've never been in this situation. I don't know what you do. Bloody hell. Can't help but want to poke around a little bit. I'm not even expecting to find anything. Do I have a stamina bar? No. Just gets tired, doesn't he? I press LB and then he's done. Carl! Carl!
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Stephen King. Also Kubrick, obviously. So what you might have noticed there, look at these batteries. These are Energizer. This is a sponsored thing, right? These are Energizer batteries, as in a real life company. They're not Energizer batteries in the remastered version because they ran out of the.
It's the latest thing in.
Yes.
Assembly. Rolling.
Small sheriff station.
Hello? One stone. You can see the sights and keep those
Can I? I feel like it's, yeah. Let's maybe leave the building, Alan. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's like the Lost World Jurassic Park up in here. Ow! Ow! Oh, okay, that hurt. That's not suspicious.
There were more of them.
Oh! Oh, bloody hell. Right, I've got to remember to...
My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
That'll fix it. When does a good old kick not fix something?
The Dark Forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
So look at this. You can't see it. The yellow. I really like this because yellow paint is like a classic video game thing. Now put yellow paint on it. That's how you lure people in the right direction. But you can't see it unless your flashlight happens to catch it, which I think is a really nice twist on it. It's then maybe a little bit obvious, but...
revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
But I think for this one, they really want to make sure you get the flare gun, you know? Which makes sense, I think. Right. Into the woods, as they say in the clubs, or in that film called Into the Woods. I'm hunting rabbits. I don't... He just chucked something at me. I don't need to use the special... I'm going to go up there. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't need to use the powerful flashlight on like a one-on-one fight like that, right? I'm try to preserve some battery. Rose daydreams about Wake.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Rose, you seem like a lovely lass. You just need to dial it back a notch, you know? But yeah, the game is episodic as well, so it's kind of like, again, it's you know, Twin Peaks inspired. If you haven't watched Twin Peaks, you should go watch Twin Peaks. This is why we need to keep the cutscenes quieter, because if that was on the regular cutscene volume, that would have definitely and scared the life out of me, I'm pretty sure. It's cool, though, isn't it? That the flashlight moves with your aiming reticle like this. I just think it's a really inventive gameplay combination.
Something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Or did you? I don't really know much about the sequel. I know that it's dual perspective, so you play as two different characters, Alan and a new character called Saga. I go down here. This feels like the wrong way. Or does it? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm a genius. Oh, that seems unlikely. Oh, okay. That is absolutely one I would have missed out in the past. I'm pretty sure. Jesus Christ, Alan. Careful, lad. Careful. It's an interesting idea. You could, like... Would you read? I don't know. If you were finding manuscript pages and they were kind of telling you what's going on with you. Stucky.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
There we go. Energizer bunnies. Got 10 of them. I wonder if there's a cap. I will find it if there is. that's the goal. Find the resource limit. I think I'm probably a lot better at games now than I was 13 years ago. I don't know. I really should dodge that, shouldn't I? Alright, alright, alright. Bam! Gonna start to dodge. Just occasionally, just occasionally. Caution, proceed at your own risk. Logging area ahead. I love a logging area. Look at this, look at it. It's so cool. This is mist and logs and like redwood style trees and sort of Oregon coastal kind of vibes. I think we're in Maine or something, I don't remember. It might be Oregon. Pacific Northwest kind of vibes is absolutely my kind of vibes. If I was going to live anywhere in the world, it's absolutely where I would choose. And yeah, there may be swampy shadow men. They're taken or fail to darkness. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever live in the US for many reasons, but if I was going to, this is where I would live. And I'd just kind of get over the shadow men trying to kill me, you know? Doesn't seem like a big deal. Okay, we've got 18 batteries. Maybe I should worry about it a little bit less. We shall see. It's alright, Alan. Don't worry, buddy. Oh, God, it makes me want to write. Maybe I'll write today. It's crazy how badly it makes me want to write. I mean, I was 25, 30,000 words into a horror novel. I was retooling it a little bit lately. Wasn't spooky enough for my liking.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
But you know how you, well, I've maxed out my ammo at least. There's a thing in Hollywood where, like, someone will make a film and people will say it's a filmmaker's film. You know what I mean?
Power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
As in, this is a film that other filmmakers or people very into film are going to appreciate, but mainly filmmaking. Like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a love letter to filmmaking, in a way. This is a video game for authors, weirdly enough. Hello? Shadow Man! Shadow Man! Get absolutely juked. Reload, Alan. Bam. I'm just gonna go grab that ammo. but something terrifying happens. I'm gonna try to remember where the ammo was. I was over here. I remember. Oh no, you're a sleepy lad, Alan.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Lovely jubbly. One bullet short of a full cavalcade. Aren't we always? Aren't we bloody always? I'm assuming you want me to go up there, but let's just go click on the big green flashing thing first. How's that for a plan? It's not the hardest one you're ever going to do in your life. There we go. Let there be light. Lovely stuff. And a little poke inside. Oh, hello, beautiful. Hello, I'm beautiful. Okay, got ourselves a shotty. Emergencies only. As with all consumables, emergencies only. I can't help myself. I'm a hoarder. Always will be. Move log lift. Assuming, yeah, there it is. Head up here, head across. MLG Gaming. Major log gaming. Massive log gaming. It just goes on and on. Good job, Alan. Look at him. He's a monster. Oh, oh. He's a monster of a man. An athlete. A superstar. Much like Jesus Christ. The only thing I dislike about the flashlight system is I want to zoom in on things with left trigger, like how you usually zoom in on a video game, so like look at things on tables, and you just can't do that because you're going to burn through your batteries.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, you know, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but just too dumb for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Wholesome. I'm a night owl too. I've been talking about, in a different playthrough you'll see later, I've been talking a lot about what my sleep is doing, what my sleep pattern like at the moment. I'm very much trying to fix it. I'm not going to read all these, by the way, I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open them and shut them, and you can read them if you want to. You just have to pause.
The Taken stood before me. I heard them before I saw them. At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. I stepped into the gas station's.
Just pause and read if that's something you're interested in. It's going to slow me down too much.
And tried to shake the cup. Rose knew she had been gushing. Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls.
There's a lot of them, and it's just chatting, and it's kind of spoilers in a way. I don't know. I think they're a better thing to observe the second time around.
Its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no cut. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
How about I pick up the axe? How's that for a plan? Oh, that was tight. I kind of panicked a little bit there. Oh, I've maxed out my batteries. Okay, 20 on the batteries. Oh, hello. Safe haven, yeah. Not really sure where I'm going. Not really sure what the coffee does or what the justification is for it just lying around. Run away, Alan! Can I get up there? There's light up there. I can't. Ah! God damn it. Run, Alan, run! Oh, it's not light. Alright, boys. I'm gonna die in Alan Wake. Bloody hell. Panicked a little bit there. I thought I was heading towards the light, but it's a manuscript page. Save me, buddy. Save me. Oh. I mean, as long as you don't die, it isn't a big deal, right? Because you get your health back at a safe haven, so it's fine. It's just... I don't want to feel like I'm bad at video games. You know what I'm like. Something up here, I think. Rocks, being awfully suspicious. Wait, where did that tell me? Let me have a little look here. Oh god, it must be... Alright, into the misty ass... What? Oh. What is that? 4 dots. It's like a, You know how roamers and like homeless people who roam around and stuff like that, they leave symbols outside of houses? Looks like one of those. As in... I only know this because of an episode of Mad Men. I don't know if people still do it. They probably do. But, like, they'll etch a certain something into, like, a fence post. To suggest, oh, like the people here are helpful and kind, and they'll give you a bit of food or something like that, or you know they've got work available, or the people here are dishonest, or you know swingers, or whatever it happens to be. Run, Alan! Run, Alan! Gotta be safe in here, right? Yeah, I think so. Lovely shotgun.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
Lovely little Twilight Zone kind of reference there. You can see how this kind of thing led into Control as well, and their next game, Quantum Break, or whatever it's called. I never actually played it. Can I save this game? No, we need to go find ourselves a checkpoint. Oh, but the scary men are outside. That's good. I can't remember what it's called. What was it? It was like Fallout Kids or something like that. It was something Radiation Kids. I don't remember, but something like that in Control. That was absolutely brilliant. Oh, yeah, I don't know what I've done. I've done something. I'll tell you that for free. I've done something. There we go. Checkpoint reached. Perfect. I want that text to disappear. Makes me nervous. Lovely. Right. So hopefully when we load, we should load here. Okay, so that is Alan Wake. I'm really curious to see how people who don't know this game react to this game, because there can't be many playthroughs of it out there right now, right? How many people have... Actually, probably quite a lot, because the sequel's coming out, but yeah, still, I'm very curious to see how people react to it, what people think is going on and stuff like that. I'm excited for myself to, you know, I was probably too young when well, 13 years ago, I wasn't that young. I think I play games differently now, though, and that I pay more attention to what's going on, stuff like that. So I'm excited to dig into the story myself as well as we get further in. Right, I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Thanks for joining me. Cheers, much as always. Bye-bye.